Welcome, friends, to your practice session 3 of Beyond Burnout. We're exploring the topic response able, and let's choose a comfortable seat for our practice session. If you're sitting on a chair, making sure the back is reasonably straight and that your feet are firmly on the ground. And we'll start this with 3 calming breaths. So breathing in through the nostrils, filling those lungs, and exhaling it out the nostrils again. This just brings a lot of calm and clarity to this contemplation practice. Breathing in again through the nostrils, filling those lungs and slowly exhaling it out the nose. Nice and calm and soothing. Doesn't that feel good? And again, breathing in through the nose. Don't forget to smile, holding it there for a moment. And now opening the mouth and sighing that breath out like a big sigh at the end of the day. Good. This is a contemplation. So just relaxing your mind on your breathing. Just the gentle flow of inhale and exhale. In this practice, I was taught in the Himalayas. I lived in temples, and I've adapted it to this session, and it's a wonderful way of letting go of guilt, of opening our minds to being responsive rather than reactive. And it's called the 4 R's. Like the letter R, the 4 R's. And the first R is to recall. So, this one can be tough. We recall a time when we were triggered, where we were reactive, where we felt not so proud of what we did. And, we behaved in a way that just doesn't suit us. Was a moment of anger or a very sweet temptation that we just could not resist, that we knew was not good for us. We gave into it. And we thought, I would have liked to have behaved differently around that. Let's think, what was that moment, that conversation? What place were you in? Okay, we should have it now. Then the second R is regret. It's an intelligent regret, where we think, I'm not so proud of that behavior. It just doesn't serve me or anybody else. I regret it. And this is different to guilt, because regret is something we can feel, it's a virtue, and let go, whereas guilt is something that we just carry around with us. So this is a smart regret, like, I shouldn't have drank another tequila. I'm going to regret that in the morning. It's that kind of regret. I won't do it again. Try to not do it again. And that leads us into the third R, which is refuse. I won't do it again. But we might. Set yourself a goal. Okay, I will refuse to do this again for the next day. Whatever it is, if it's getting angry at your partner, you can't make a vow that you will never get angry with your partner, because you probably will break that. So maybe make it for a day or an hour or 10 minutes, but decide to set yourself a goal. Say, I refuse to do this for a time period. Maybe it's that sweet temptation that you just will not entertain for a while, because you know it just doesn't serve you. Can you make a goal? Good. And then the final R is remedy. How can I fix this? And perhaps if you had an argument with someone, there's always a chance to make up. Perhaps if it's that sweet temptation, you stay away from it. Or the remedy is to approach it in a different way, or change the environment or your location. What would the remedy be, the antidote to not repeating that reaction again that harms you? What would that remedy be? So that is the practice of the 4 R's. And a final contemplation is often in a situation when we feel triggered and we don't know what to do. Perhaps it's okay just to be still. Perhaps it's okay just to try and do nothing for a little while until we can get some clarity and until we can be response able. Let's finish this with a lovely deep breath in, breathing in. Opening the mouth and just release what doesn't serve you. Thank you for practicing with me. Welcome back to your homework session for being response able, session 3. So psychology and self-help are really amazing, but none of it actually really works unless you actually put it into practice. And this is why we combine mindfulness into the equation, and this is where the real transformation comes in. So I like to go and buy myself really nice soap, glycerine soap, and when I wash my hands they smell so good. But I imagine that when I wash my hands, all of my regrets and my guilt is just disappearing. I wash my hands clean of it. So that's a wonderful way to let go of those triggers, of those regrets. I also like to make a list of all the things that I regret, and then I tear it out of my book and I crumple it up into a piece of little ball like this, and I light it. I make a little fire and I throw it on the fire, and there go my regrets. Remember the 4 R's: recall, regret, refuse, and remedy. And to recall those moments when you were triggered, to regret them because they were reactive and I could have responded better. And then I'm going to refuse to do them again, and then apply the remedy. And then lastly, don't forget to practice the pause. Remember the pause. So it's those moments where you feel like you're triggered, where you're going to be reactive, and you just think, I'm just going to pause right now before I say anything, before I do anything. I'm just going to push that pause button, okay, where I can come out of reactivity and into being response able. We're going to jump into session 4, where we're going to explore the journey of our dear friend Neo. So please come and join us for that. It's really awesome and exciting. See you there.